You're feeling very artistic?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-oh.
This is not art.
I kind of like that one.
751. Done.
No.
What we thought for this test is we thought we'd have some fun. We're now going to give you an opportunity to create your own very unique and individual piece of conceptual art.
Catherine and Jim's test is to make a work of art that'll be displayed in this art gallery. Tonight, an art critic will visit the gallery to try to figure out which piece is theirs. To pass the test, Jim and Catherine have to fool the art critic. If the critic picks out the piece they created, they fail the test. If the critic...
A theme of something that's...
Jim and Catherine have an entire art studio at their disposal with all kinds of materials for creating art. But like all great artists, they first need a concept.
Maybe if we could get some kind of cardboard or something to lay it on.
What's the thought behind the box?
Box is a trap. Box is hidden. Box
There's
is box,
so many-
don't you see?
there's so
I
many-
think it was Jim who said, box is box.
Can the players create art in 3
That's
hours?
too much. You ready? Genius!
While Stephen and Charlie struggle with the sheep, our wannabe artists get down to work. When they finish their piece, they'll put it in the gallery.
Like a man, like, climbing out of the box.
To me, it speaks of desperation.
Exactly. The clawing.
It was actually more your desperation.
What do you know of art? The mole.
You're saying the mole,
Yes.
Charlie. Very interesting.
Let's leave this standing alone on its own. You have something replacing the leg.
I've heard Picasso found much of his materials in the city dump.
In the dump.
Is that right?
So I've heard.
I just stacked the face mask and books on it, holding up the chair.
That's kind of cool. It's like using your identity and learning as balance.
This is the worst of our pieces so far. I'm not liking this.
You only need to have one piece for the exhibition.
I know, but we're trying to have options so
that's
that we
fine.
can have something to choose from.
Building an oeuvre. I commend you.
I want to put our heads together on this glass, because I
Yes.
think it could be cool. You know, there could be pages, you know?
Carries so much more weight.
What's the title?
You know what I mean? So it's the same as broken and so shattered. What are you thinking of this?
That's all right. But I think I like the box better.
Good fish.
I think it's getting to be too much, too many different objects.
Less is more.
Take the head away. Let me see what it looks like without the head.
I mean, we could put the head in the box to make it more subtle.
I think this is it. We do.
So this is it?
We're not sure yet. Don't
Sure,
rush us.
Don't rush us. We have to make a decision on this. I vote no on the jewels.
Sometimes you just don't know when to stop.
Make your case for the jewels, and I'll make my case for the
Okay,
jewels.
my main case is that I think there should be something that is being reached for here. I like that it's just like crappy, broken material goods, because it just makes this whole thing seem even more futile.
You don't necessarily fit with the feel of everything else.
See, that's why I like it. I like the contrast.
You're saying yes or no on the jewels?
I know you really like them, so we're gonna go with them.
But I hate them, that's the
You know,
whole
I did the box, she did the gloves, I did the rope. It was just like, put the jewels there. You have to, you know, have the thing that you really want in there too. Genius!
If we win this, it's going to be the best.
Jim and Catherine's art is now installed in the gallery. They wait upstairs, listening while the art critic tries to pick out their piece.
Yeah, I thought we'd start by just maybe walking around and have you talk about the work a little bit.
This piece seems to sum up the whole show, doesn't it? Like what, who, and where. Here I can see somebody is trying to make a final work. It's like a painting. It's vertical on the wall and it's flat. Right now, let's go to this one. Nice box. I can't help thinking this could be the same artist because of the use of rope. Here we got fighting back, I suppose. I like it when art uses sport. This seems to be a very religious piece. It's a cross or a crucifixion. Again, I think it's too simple for it to be, you know, the non-professional piece. Non-professional always tend to do too much to start with. You put too much in. You know, you try and cover all the bases. So now I've got to make up my mind, right?
You've plenty of time.
I'm suddenly thinking about this one because it is so absolutely flat. But I'm sure they'd have done more. They'd have tried harder. I think I'd go for this, actually.
So this is your selection?
I think I would go for that, because I think it's the most active piece. The others are very internal.
Well, congratulations, you guessed correctly.
Really?
Yes, you did. Jim, Catherine, you guys want to come down here?
Hi, how are you?
Well done.
Yes,
This is
I don't
Jim.
believe it.
This is Catherine.
Hello.
don't step on this person.
There was big debate among the afternoon artists over whether or not to include the jewelry.
Oh, no, I'm glad you did. There was also a giveaway, because I said that starters will put in lots of elements. But I really
giveaway.
like it.
Put it in there.
Unfortunately, it was a loss for our players, but a victory for art, I think.
I suppose so. I don't know. I think this is a really nice piece.
Lorna, thank you so much for coming. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it. It was really good.
I enjoyed it.
All
That was
right.
great. Well done.
Going into the test, I kind of made light of the whole kind of artistic process. But, I'll admit that, I had a good time doing it, and I got into it.
We have some other critics who would like to view your works. If you guys would go back upstairs. Come on in. Don't worry, it's just art. Don't worry.
Okay, that's art, all right.
Funky art.
I know you guys probably don't spend too much time in art galleries, but this is where Jim and Catherine spent a lot of today. Now, for their test, they had to create an original piece of conceptual art. We gave them about 3 hours to do it in. We gave them lots of supplies and a studio to work in. The piece has now been installed in this room. I want you to take some time, look around at all the 9 pieces of art in here, and if you can decide which is the one that Jim and Catherine produced, $20,000 will be added to the group pot.
We're on a roll today, so I think we feel very confident, don't we, Steve? Come on.
Yeah, we can try.
All right, well, this is your chance to be art critics, so
Okay.
have fun.
Okay, this would definitely not be Catherine, because anything with pugilistic overtones would not be her. This is kind of fruity, so it could fit.
Those things don't really bother me, but at the time I wanted to run downstairs, and Catherine was there just like, oh, you're gonna make us lose, Jake, stay.
Jim jumps out at me here. As of Catherine's input, I don't know. This look familiar?
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
not his. I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry.
you broke it.
Uh-oh. I was allowed to touch, they said.
It looks like somebody drew that, and I don't think he gave him that much talent. Let's
Yeah.
flip for it.
Okay, heads noose, tails
Tails.
red.
Okay. That's heads.
Head noose.
News.
Jim, Catherine, will you come down?
I heard that. I didn't know you were there, Jim. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were there. That was
It was the bread.
You're kidding. It was not. It was not.
Here! I collect antique sporting equipment!
Charlie!
When we were looking for a hand test of which one it would be, I found it was ironic that Charlie's name was boom, right on the front of the glove, right in front of us, and neither of us saw it. I couldn't believe it.
I don't know how we missed it, Steve.
The art test is over, but the sheep test is not. They now have a chance to guess how many sheep they corralled.
You are allowed to guess, and you haven't given a figure yet.
No one has asked it.
If you guess it correctly, that will be worth $10,000. Okay? What is the number?
Steve?
We're going to guess at 417.
417. And you got that by...
By
Segmented guessing.
I'm sorry, that is not the correct number.
671.
751.
750.
Which, if you'll remember this morning, 2 of you who are the most artistic, and 2 of you who can count to at least 751.
In that moment, I was thinking, like, dummies, duh, what did they ask you in the beginning? 751. I'm not even quite sure Charlie even remembered the number.